coaches who are listening today, if you could give them just one or two tips to kind of step into the thriving artist mentality instead of the starving, or we'll say starving coach mentality, what would be some tiny steps they could make in that direction?
So I think there's a few things that are very practical that you can begin doing immediately. And it's a recap of everything we've been talking about here. First, start calling yourself a coach. I know that's like a mindset woo-woo thing, super important. If you're going to parties and you're going, I'm a plumber, but I'd like to be a coach someday, or I do this on the side, nobody's going to take you seriously. So start calling yourself a coach and print, like for me, I had to print out business cards, right? Jeff Goins writer on it, as if that's like an official title, because I had to put myself out there. The process that I follow is believe, behave, become. You have to believe it, so start calling yourself that. It sort of forces you to do it. Then behave like it, and eventually become it. We don't fake it till we make it, but we do believe it till we become it. So that's the first step, is to own it. Start calling yourself coach. Second, start practicing in public. This means very practically spend a little bit of time, 30 or so minutes a day, doing something every single day to share your work with the world. This could be writing a blog about your coaching process, right? Hearing you guys talk about even your process for how you coach people was very fascinating to me. This is something that if nobody's ever been coached before, they've never gone to therapy or counseling, they may not understand what is entailed. So talking about your process for a coach, I think, is very, very important. You can share that, right? If you're meeting with a client, you could take a picture with them afterwards and put it on Instagram. Practice in public. Put your work in places where other potential clients can find it. Obviously, if you're taking a client's picture or sharing something like that, you want to be sensitive to that. But share your work. Do something small every single day to share your work. This is how you get found. You have to be findable to get found. Third thing is set your rates. Like if you're going to go into a conversation talking about whether or not they're going to hire you, have rates. And I don't know what you guys advise on this, but I think a really good way to begin with the service industry is have a high and a low. Right? Here's what I want to be making. Here's kind of like my bottom line. I can't make less than that. And the more legit you become in your industry, the less flexible those can be. But early on as a speaker, that was a very helpful idea, concept to me, that I had sort of a sliding scale, and just in my mind knowing I'm not going below this number. Like it's not worth it for me, and I'm willing to say no to a client if they can't pay this. So yeah, I think those three things: own it, practice in public, do something every day to share the work, and that means if you're meeting with clients, start coaching them. You're not doing it for free; you're showing them the goods, right? So by the end of that conversation, they're going, "Wow, I need another one of those," and you go, "Well, it's $100 an hour," and now you go. And third reason, have your rate ready. I think those three things are super practical and held back to these concepts we've been talking about.